guys, so this is my review on The Fosters, my first review actually. So I'm really excited to get into this because I love this show. It's one of my new favorite ones along with Twisted, which comes on tomorrow. But yeah, let's get started. So the show starts off with everyone's in the kitchen and it's breakfast time. And Mariana and Jesus are bonding again, which I'm so glad that, they made up and, they can agree on Lexi, or at least, Mariana can finally respect that Lexi and Jesus like each other. And I was like, that's really great. And I'm really glad that Lexi's staying, even though she's blackmailing her parents to stay, but hey, she's still gonna be there, so thought that was really nice. And, so Anna, which is Mariana and Jesus' birth mom, Anna decides to call Mariana during breakfast time, and, or text her or whatever, and she's like, I need some more money. Mariana's like, I'm not gonna give you any more. And it gets so annoying because she's like, oh baby, I'm your mother, you have to. And I'm like, you cannot play the mom card on her. Like, you left her for drugs. I mean, you couldn't give up drugs for them, and it's like, you're not really her mom. Like, stop playing that card because it's not gonna work at all. Like, they know who you are, they know what you did. Just stop. No. I was like, get it together. And I really like Wyatt and Callie together. I think they're so cute together. I know a bunch of people, or some people are more for Brandon and Callie, but I mean, Brandon and Callie would be good together, but at the same time, there's the whole foster rule, which is, you can't date each other. So that's why I'm more on the Wyatt and Callie side, because they're so cute together. Wyatt's like this mysterious bad boy, and Callie's like this misunderstood girl who doesn't mind getting in trouble. I think they're nice together. And I just can't believe that Wyatt was so upset at her for trying to stop the fight with Liam. And I was like, she told you to stay out of it, so you should have listened to her. And I know he wanted to protect her and everything, but at the same time I'm like, you have to respect Callie's wishes. Like, how are you gonna be mad at her because you didn't listen to her? What? I don't know. And then he was like, I just think you're too screwed up for me. And I'm like, what? I'm like, you did not just say that to Callie. She's too messed up. You're a little messed up too. I mean, you and your party and breaking the whole wall or whatever. I don't know, whatever. I was just like, you can't call her messed up. Like, that made me a little upset. I was like, you can't do that. And I was like, Wyatt, you just need to get over it, and you and Callie just need to make up and start being a couple again. Because I really like you together. But don't call her messed up. Because she's just a really sweet, misunderstood girl. And then, Jesus runs into Lexi, and she's like, I haven't talked to you in forever, and I was like, yeah. I was like, okay. But I was like, how is that possible? Because, Jesus and Lexi, I don't think they're spending a whole bunch of time together, at school, like, whenever possible, since they can't see each other, really. But, yeah. And Jesus just basically says, not right now, and walks off. And you find out that he and Mariana are going to Anna's place. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. You're really going to go to Anna's place right now? Like, what? That makes no sense. No sense. I'm like, you guys know that she's a drug addict, so you don't know what could be going on in there. You don't know who she has in there. But, they go to her house and they tell her, we can't give you any more money, so stop contacting us, just, we don't want anything to do with you. And when her boyfriend walks in, I'm just like, that is one big scary looking dude. I was like, I hope he doesn't beat Jesus up or something or starts yelling at them. But thankfully, he just, with his jerky attitude, he just asked for a beer, asked for some money, and she said, we ran out, and I'm trying to get money, and he left. It's just like, I'm glad he didn't yell or anything. Like, he's not one of those. I mean, he is, but I'm glad he wasn't at that moment. And then, you know, she's like, see, this is what I need the money for. I need to get out of here, and I need to get a bus ticket. And I'm like, a bus ticket? You just asked Mariana money so you could go to a rehab center. Which she made that point out, and I'm like, you ask for money for different reasons every single day. And it's like, you need to find one single reason why you need the money, and you need to stick to that reason. And, you know, she hugs Jesus, and I'm like, you know, Jesus' face is just like, I feel bad for her mom, but, you know, I can't. And I'm like, yeah, I understand them, like, because no, we can't be with you, Anna, but you do feel bad for her, because no matter what, she is your birth mom, and it is sad to see somebody like that, so, yeah. And, you know, then they cut to Steph and Brandon's dad. They're on duty, and, yeah, I'm like, how is he gonna be drinking on the job? I'm like, that is not safe. I don't know. And then, you know, they catch this one guy, he's speeding or whatever, and they finally catch him, but, you know, since Brandon's dad is a little tipsier, he doesn't really handle him correctly, and so he gets away, and, you know, Steph has to chase after him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope he doesn't hurt Steph. I'm like, you know, she's one of the main characters, you can't hurt her. But yeah, thankfully she catches him, and, yeah, and I'm like, to Brandon's dad, I'm just like, dude, really? I mean, I know he's drunk, but still, I'm like, you just got beat by a girl cop. Girls rule. And then, you know, they go back, and it's nighttime, and they're at the house or whatever, and Jesus is on the computer, and he's looking for women's shelter for Anna, and I'm like, wow, like, I didn't expect him to do that. I honestly thought he didn't care, but, you know, you could already tell that when he sees her, it's like, I didn't realize how bad she has it, or I didn't realize her situation, you know? So, yeah, he looks for women's shelters to help her, and Lexi texts and calls him, and he ignores her, and I'm like, why are you ignoring her? I mean, you know, she stayed for you and Mariana, but, you know, she went through all this trouble just because you guys liked each other, and now you're ignoring her? I mean, she gets to stay. I thought they'd be hugging and kissing all over the place, but I guess not. So hopefully they can get back to that, you know, because I like them together, and I feel bad for Lexi, because it's like, I stayed for you, and you're not paying me any attention. It's like, what? And I don't like Talia. I really don't. Like, the whole drama with Callie, I was like, get over yourself. Brandon has you. I mean, had you. I mean, yeah, he liked Callie, but I was just like, you can tell it's not Callie's fault. You can obviously tell, because was totally into Wyatt, you know? It was just like, Talia, you're being stupid. So, yeah. But I kind of feel bad for her because, I don't know, she's kind of alone. Not much to talk about there. And then they're at school, and Jesus is walking on the beach, and then a volleyball hits his head, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, was that an accident or on purpose? And I was like, if it was on purpose, it had to be Lexi. And of course it was Lexi. So yeah, and I was just like, that's so funny. Just to get his attention. I was like, at least he didn't get knocked out or anything, because volleyball balls are kind of hard at times, so. Excuse me. And then, you know, they get back to Wyatt and Callie, and I'm like, that's so cute. I was like, I'm so glad that he actually stopped to listen to her and talk to her. And I thought it was so cute when she was like, she invited him to go to the movie with her, and he was like, I'm sorry, I have plans. And she used his line, which is so cute. And she was like, well, whenever you get bored of that thing, you know where you can find me. And I was like, that's his line. And, you know, he smiled at it too. And I was like, I love them together. They're the cutest thing ever. And, you know, finally, they get to the movie. Well, Wyatt's actually, like, really late. I felt so bad because Callie's just standing there all alone, and she's like, well, I guess I better go inside by myself. And then Wyatt shows up, and I'm like, ah, adorable. And then, you know, he puts his arm around her, and he starts kissing her, and she's like, stop. And I'm like, I just love them together. They're adorable because, I don't know, they're just so adorable. I can't even explain it. And, well, what leads up to the end of the episode is, Jesus goes back to Anna's house, which I was like, alone. I was like, what are you doing there? I mean, I don't know if he went there to get her money or something, or if he just wanted to tell her about the women's shelter, but, yeah, I was just like, it's not completely safe. I was just like, why would you go there alone? Like, and he didn't tell anybody, not even Mariana. I mean, of course she would freak out. I mean, I know why he didn't tell her, but I think he should have at least told someone. Yeah, I was just like, oh my gosh. And, you know, Lena's ex-girlfriend is in town or whatever, and they have dinner with her, and I'm just like, she's completely inappropriate. I mean, she's telling, like, all this bad stuff about Lena, and she's like, oh, Lena, like, you used to want to have a wedding really bad, and, you know, you never shut up about it, and Steph never knew about this, and, you know, you can feel the awkward tension, because Steph is just like, how come you never told me this, Lena? And she's like, well, I never thought it was important. And they have that whole tense atmosphere around them. And X is like, I think it's time for me to leave. And I was like, yeah, you've done a lot. Because they didn't have one dinner with her, they had two. One where she invited them out to dinner, you know, Lena and Steph, which she was completely inappropriate there too. I was just like, you're bad-mouthing Lena, and, you know, it's just making their whole relationship awkward. And I'm just like, no. I was like, I thought, you know, this dinner could work out, but you just made it into a train wreck. And then, the most suspenseful thing of this whole episode was the ending. So, Jesus isn't answering his phone, and Mariana is texting and calling him like a billion times. He's not answering. She comes in crying in the middle of Lena and Steph's little fight about how Lena did tell her she wanted a wedding. And she's like, this can't wait. Jesus is at Anna's house. So Steph goes, grabs her gun, and she calls Brandon's dad. They go to inside the house, and what happens? Gunshots! And I'm sitting here completely innocent, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh. I was like, well, I guess we'll find out what happens after the commercial break. I looked in at the time. It is 9:59. Episode's over. And I'm screaming at the TV. I'm like, no! I'm like, how? I'm like, you can't just leave people. I hate cliffhangers. I hate to love cliffhangers. I love them because it leaves you in suspense. I hate them because you really want to know what happens next. I'm like, I want to know who got shot. Did Anna get shot? Did the boyfriend get shot? Did Jesus get shot? Like, because honestly, the way the gunshots went off, I felt like it was on impulse. Like, they saw something moving and they just shot it. So I was like, I don't know who got shot, and I don't know what they found. So, yeah, it's like, next week needs to come faster. I cannot wait for that. I was literally yelling at the TV. I was like, no! Just yelling at it. I won't imitate, because, yeah, that's weird. Just like, I can't believe they would do that to us. Mind-blowing. Just, I mean, I don't know. I was really upset about the ending. So, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Toodles!